My beloved child, I see the weight you carry, the worries that consume your heart, and the struggles that seem insurmountable. I know the moments when your strength feels insufficient, when the burdens of life press down on your shoulders, and the path ahead seems uncertain. In these times, I call you to trust in me, for I am your creator, the one who sustains you and guides your every step. I am with you, even in the wilderness of your doubts and fears, just as I was with my son when he was led into the desert to face temptation. Through him, I have shown you the power of unwavering trust in my word and my promises. When the enemy whispers lies, trying to stir fear and despair within you, remember that I am the one who provides. I ask you to lean on me, not on your own understanding or strength. Trust in me with all your heart, for I have never abandoned you, and I never will. Just as I calmed the raging storms and fed the multitudes with a few loaves and fish, I can calm the storms in your life and multiply your blessings. When you feel weak, I am your strength. When the darkness surrounds you, I am your light. Trust is not about seeing every step ahead. It is about knowing that I am the one who has already prepared the way. My plans for you are higher than you can imagine, and my timing is perfect, even when you do not understand it. When you surrender your fears and anxieties to me, I will fill you with peace, a peace that the world cannot give. Let go of the need to control and allow me to work in your life. My child, hold tightly to my promises, for they are the anchor of your soul. Walk with courage, knowing that I go before you, clearing the path and making a way where there seems to be none. I am your God, your protector, and the one who loves you with an everlasting love. Trust in me, and you will find strength for every challenge, hope for every hardship, and victory in every battle. My precious child, I see the struggles you face, the burdens you carry, and the doubts that sometimes creep into your heart. In these moments, I call you to trust in me, for I am the God who holds all things together. You may not always understand my plans or see the full picture, but know this: I am faithful and I will never forsake you. Just as my son faced temptation and trials in the wilderness, you too may encounter challenges that test your faith. Yet even in his hunger and weakness, he trusted in my word, declaring that man does not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds from my mouth. My word, dear one, is your sustenance. It is life, and it will guide you through the darkest valleys. When fear threatens to overwhelm you, remember that I am your refuge. Do not let the storms of life shake your foundation. Recall how my son calmed the seas when his disciples cried out in fear. He rebuked the wind and waves, bringing peace to the chaos. In the same way, I am with you in your storms. Even when the winds howl and the waves seem insurmountable, my voice will calm your fears, and my presence will bring you peace. Trust that I am the God who never sleeps nor slumbers, always watching over you, always ready to extend my hand. To trust in me is to surrender completely, to release your burdens and place them into my care. You were not created to bear the weight of the world on your shoulders. That is my role. Cast your anxieties upon me, for I care deeply for you. Let go of the need to control everything and watch how I move in ways that exceed your expectations. Trust is an act of faith, not passive resignation, but an active decision to believe in my power, my love, and my perfect timing. Think of David, my servant, who stood before the giant Goliath with nothing but a sling, a stone, and unshakable trust in me. His strength did not come from his size, his weapons, or his might, but from his faith in the God of Israel. He knew that the battle belonged to me, and through his trust, he triumphed over the impossible. In the same way, I call you to trust me in the face of your giants. Whether they are battles in your mind, struggles in your relationships, or trials in your work, I am greater than them all. I will equip you with courage, fill you with wisdom, and grant you the victory. My beloved, trust is not always easy, especially when the path ahead is unclear. But I promise that I am with you every step of the way. When you surrender your plans, your fears, and your dreams to me, I will take them and weave them into something beautiful. My plans for you are good, plans to prosper you and give you a hope-filled future. Trust in me with all your heart, and do not lean on your understanding. Acknowledge me in all your ways, and I will make your path straight. Let this truth anchor your soul. I am your refuge and your strength, your ever-present help in times of trouble. When the world feels heavy and your spirit feels weary, come to me. Rest in my arms, for I am your shepherd, who leads you beside still waters and restores your soul. I see every tear, hear every prayer, and know every detail of your life. Nothing escapes my notice, and nothing is beyond my power. My child, I am the God who turns mourning into dancing, who brings beauty from ashes, and who works all things for your good. Trust in me, and you will find peace that surpasses understanding, strength that never wavers, and a love that never fails. I am here, always with you, always for you. Believe in my promises, and let your faith rise like the dawn. You are safe in my hands, and with me, nothing is impossible. My beloved, prayer is the bridge that connects your heart to mine, a sacred dialogue where you share your burdens, joys, and desires with me. It is through prayer that you find strength, clarity, and peace. I long for you to speak with me, not out of obligation, but from a deep longing to be in my presence. Do not limit prayer to moments of need. Make it the rhythm of your life, a constant communion with me. Look at the example my son set before you. In his darkest hour, as he knelt in the Garden of Gethsemane, overwhelmed by sorrow, he turned to me in prayer. Not my will, but yours be done, he said, surrendering fully to my plan. Through his prayers, he found the strength to endure the cross and fulfill the purpose for which he came. My child, in your moments of despair, when the weight of life feels unbearable, come to me. Pour out your heart, and I will listen. I will give you the strength to face whatever lies ahead. Prayer is not just for times of crisis, it is the wellspring of your resilience. As my son often withdrew to solitary places to pray, so too should you find time to seek my face. In the stillness, I will speak to your heart, guiding you and renewing your spirit. Do not be like the disciples who, though asked to keep watch, fell asleep in the garden. Instead, remain vigilant, for prayer is your shield against the trials and temptations of this world. When you face decisions, whether great or small, come to me first. My son spent the night in prayer before choosing his disciples, seeking my will above all else. Follow his example, for I will never lead you astray. I know the path that is best for you, even when it is hidden from your sight. Trust that my wisdom surpasses your understanding, and through prayer, I will illuminate your steps. Do not grow weary in prayer, even when the answers seem delayed. Remember the parable my son shared of the persistent widow who received justice because she never gave up. Pray with that same perseverance, knowing that I hear every word, every sigh, every unspoken longing of your heart. At the appointed time, I will answer, and my response will be perfect. My child, prayer is not about the eloquence of your words, but the sincerity of your heart. Speak to me as you would to a trusted friend, for I am near, closer than you can imagine. Even in moments when words fail, and all you can offer are tears, know that my spirit intercedes for you, with groanings too deep for words. Your prayers, no matter how simple, are precious to me. Through prayer, you align your heart with mine, discovering my will and finding peace even in uncertainty. Do not rush through this sacred time. Linger in my presence and allow my love to envelop you. Let prayer be your anchor in the storms, your refuge in the chaos, and your strength in the trials. When you pray, remember to give thanks, for gratitude opens the door to my blessings. Acknowledge the good I have already done in your life, and trust that greater things are yet to come. Share your joys and victories with me, just as you bring your sorrows and fears. I delight in your prayers, for they are a sweet fragrance before my throne. Finally, do not keep this treasure to yourself. Teach others to pray, showing them the power of coming before me with faith and humility. As you lift others in prayer, your own spirit will be strengthened. Together, you will witness the miracles that unfold when hearts are united in seeking my presence. My child, I am always here, waiting to hear your voice. Whether it is a whisper in the night or a shout of praise in the morning, every prayer reaches my ears. Come to me, and I will give you rest. Speak to me, and I will fill your heart with peace. Trust in me, and I will show you the wonders of my love. Pray constantly, for in prayer you will find me. My beloved, the greatest strength you can find lies not in seeking to be served, but in serving others with love and humility. I call you to reflect my heart by becoming a vessel of my grace to those around you. When you serve, you do not merely perform a task, you reveal my presence through your actions. The world may see service as lowly, but I see it as a sign of true greatness. Look to the example of my son Jesus, who knelt to wash the feet of his disciples. Though he was your Lord and teacher, he humbled himself to cleanse their feet, showing them that no act of service is beneath one who walks in love. I have set you an example, he told them, that you should do as I have done for you. My child, when you serve, you mirror this act of humility and love. It is not weakness, but strength, a strength born of knowing who you are in me. Serving others does more than bless those you help. It transforms your own heart. It lifts your eyes from your struggles and allows you to see the needs of others, filling you with empathy and compassion. When you give of yourself, you reflect my character, for I am the God who gives freely, who blesses abundantly, and who serves without hesitation. Do not wait for recognition or reward, for true service is done with no expectation of return. Even when your acts of kindness go unnoticed by others, I see them, and they bring joy to my heart. Remember, my son came not to be served, but to serve and to give his life as a ransom for many. When you follow his example, you walk in the path of divine purpose. There is strength in serving, for it aligns you with my will and fills you with my spirit. When you feed the hungry, comfort the brokenhearted, or lift the burdens of the weary, you are doing it for me. Whatever you did for one of the least of these, my son said, you did for me. Never underestimate the power of your acts of love, no matter how small they may seem. A kind word, a helping hand, or a listening ear can be the very miracle someone is praying for. Serving others also humbles you, teaching you to value others above yourself. As my servant Paul wrote, do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourselves. When you serve, you let go of pride and self-centeredness, making room for my love to flow through you. In this, you grow stronger, for true strength is found in surrender. My child, let your service be an extension of your worship. Just as you lift your voice in praise to me, let your hands be lifted to help those in need. Your service is not only for them, it is for me. Each act of love you perform is like a song of worship rising to my throne, a testament to the faith and love that dwell within you. As you serve, you plant seeds of hope and healing in the lives of others. These seeds will grow and bear fruit, sometimes in ways you cannot see. Trust that your efforts are never in vain. I am the one who multiplies the work of your hands, turning small acts of kindness into ripples of transformation that touch countless lives. Finally, remember that serving others prepares your heart for the blessings I have in store for you. As you pour out your love, I will fill you with greater love. As you give, I will give to you. Your strength will be renewed, and you will find joy in knowing that you are part of my greater plan to bring light to the world. So go, my child, and serve with a joyful heart. Let your hands and feet become instruments of my grace. Wherever you go, let my love be seen in your actions. Through service, you will discover a deeper connection to me, for in serving others, you serve me. This is the path to true strength and resilience, and I am with you every step of the way. My beloved child, I see your struggles and the weight of the challenges you bear. Life's storms may rage, and uncertainty may fill your heart, but I remind you today, have faith. Faith is the bridge between your heart and my power. It is the key that unlocks the doors of possibility and invites my strength into your circumstances. Without faith, you rely only on what you can see, but with faith you can move mountains and silence the fiercest storms. When my son walked upon the earth, he showed you what it means to have faith in the face of adversity. When the winds roared and the waves threatened to capsize the boat, he stood with calm assurance and rebuked the storm, saying, "Peace, be still." In that moment, his faith revealed my sovereignty over all creation. Learn from this, my child. No matter how violent the storm, it cannot overcome the power of your faith when it is placed in me. Faith is not just for the good days when all seems well. It is your anchor in the darkest nights. Remember the woman who reached out to touch the edge of my son's garment. She had suffered for years, yet her faith brought her healing. She believed that even the smallest touch of my presence could transform her situation. Your faith has healed you, my son told her. That same faith dwells within you, and it is your lifeline in every trial. Do not be afraid to trust me completely. You may feel weak, but faith is not about the size of your strength. It is about the size of your trust in me. Even faith as small as a mustard seed can accomplish the impossible because it draws upon my limitless power. When fear whispers that you are not enough, remind yourself that I am more than enough. Trust in my promises, for they are unshakable and eternal. In the hardest moments, when the weight of life seems unbearable, resist the urge to give in to doubt. My son showed you the way in the Garden of Gethsemane, where he prayed with anguish yet submitted fully to my will. Not my will, but yours be done, he said, trusting me even as the cross loomed ahead. His faith was his strength, and it carried him through the greatest trial the world has ever known. I know there are times when you feel abandoned or question my presence in your life, but I tell you this, I am with you always, even when you cannot see me. Like Peter walking on the water, you may feel the winds of doubt and fear rising around you, but fix your eyes on me. As long as you look to me, you will not sink. If you falter, I will reach out my hand and lift you up, for I will never let you fall. Faith is not passive, it is an active trust in my plan and my timing. It means declaring victory even when the battle rages on. It means praising me before the breakthrough comes. Faith is your shield, your fortress, and your song in the night. When the world tries to convince you to give up, let your faith speak louder, declaring that I am faithful to fulfill every promise I have made to you. Do not measure my power by your circumstances. I do not operate within the limits of this world. I have parted seas, calmed storms, raised the dead, and turned impossible situations into testimonies of my glory. Your faith invites me to do the same in your life. Do not let fear steal what I have prepared for you. Stand firm in faith and watch as I move on your behalf. My child, I delight in your trust, and I honor your belief in me. Every time you choose faith over fear, you open the door for my miracles to unfold. Trust that I am working even when you cannot see it, for I am the God who turns mourning into dancing, ashes into beauty, and trials into triumphs. Hold fast to me, and you will see my glory revealed in your life. Walk forward with confidence, for your faith makes you strong. Whatever you face, know that I am by your side, ready to fight for you, to sustain you, and to carry you through. Your faith is your victory, and in me, you will overcome. I know the pain others have caused you, the betrayals, the harsh words, and the scars you carry. I understand, for I too have been rejected and hurt. Yet I ask you to forgive, not because the offense was small, but because my love in you is greater than any hurt. When my son was on the cross, he forgave those who crucified him. That same power of forgiveness is available to you. Forgiveness is not a sign of weakness, but a mark of strength. It frees your heart from the chains of resentment, allowing peace and healing to flow into your life. Forgiveness does not excuse the wrong or minimize the pain. It releases the burden of judgment to me, for I am the righteous judge. Trust me to handle what you cannot. As you forgive, you reflect my character and open the door to blessings and restoration. I know forgiving can be hard, but I am here to strengthen you. As I have forgiven you, so I ask you to forgive others. Let go of the bitterness that weighs you down. Choose forgiveness today and find freedom, healing, and the joy I have prepared for you. You are never alone in this journey. My spirit is with you, empowering you to love, to forgive, and to move forward. Trust me, release the pain, and step into the peace and freedom I have promised. I love you always. My beloved, I know the weight of surrender can feel overwhelming. The path I ask you to walk may not always align with your desires, yet it leads to the greatest blessings. Trust that my will for you is perfect, crafted with love and purpose. Even my son in the Garden of Gethsemane prayed, "Not my will, but yours be done." He knew the road ahead was filled with suffering, yet he submitted, trusting me completely. I ask you to follow his example, to surrender your plans, your fears, and your doubts to me. I see the bigger picture that you cannot yet comprehend. When you face delays, know that I am not withholding blessings, but preparing them to arrive at the perfect time. When circumstances seem unbearable, Trust that I am refining your character and strengthening your faith. Every challenge is shaping you for a purpose greater than you can imagine. Do not fear my plans for your life. They are for your good, to give you hope and a future. You may not understand every twist and turn, but I promise that all things work together for your benefit. Walk with me in faith, knowing that my hand will guide you, my strength will uphold you, and my love will never fail. Surrender is not giving up. It is an act of trust, a declaration that you believe in. My goodness, lean into me, and I will carry you through every storm, every trial. Together, we will accomplish the plans I have for you. Plans that are far more beautiful than you could ever imagine. My beloved child, as you have journeyed through these truths, know that I have spoken them directly to your heart. Every word, every promise is a reminder of how deeply I care for you. I long to see you rise above every trial, walking in the fullness of the strength and resilience I have placed within you. Trust in me always, for I am the anchor that holds you steady amidst life's storms. Let prayer be your constant refuge, for through it I pour peace and wisdom into your soul. Serve others with love, reflecting the kindness I have shown you. Have unwavering faith even in the darkest moments, for it is in faith that you will find the courage to stand firm. Forgive wholeheartedly, releasing yourself from the chains of bitterness and embracing the freedom I offer. And above all, surrender fully to my will, knowing that my plans for you are filled with hope and purpose. You are never alone. My spirit walks with you, comforts you, and guides your steps. Each day is a new opportunity to draw closer to me and to live out the destiny I have prepared for you. Do not fear the challenges ahead, for with me you are more than a conqueror. So rise, my child. Go forth with confidence, knowing that my love surrounds you and my power sustains you. Speak my name boldly and let your life be a testament to my glory. I bless you now with peace, joy, and strength. Remember, I am with you always until the very end of time. Trust in me, for I love you deeply and eternally. Amen.